Well, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 65. This is the first stream of 2023, so excited to get things kicked off again. Give me just a moment here. Make sure my mic's coming through all right. Stan, good to have you in the chat. And Godwin Doe, if I might ask, what name should I call you? I'm assuming Godwin Doe is a kind of a username, and I can refer to you by that if you'd like. But if you have a name that I can call you, just let me know. But thanks for tuning in. Good to have you guys in the chat. I'm going to grab this mic, and we were having a pretty good conversation going. Sounds like both of you guys are some bassists. Stan says, ready to rock with my new speaker. That's right. Stan got a speaker of some kind for Christmas. And so now he gets to listen to these streams, and the music can come through, get a little more low end coming through. So yeah, I'll be curious to hear how things sound. I'm going to play a song for you guys in just a moment here. Now, is that Cobby or Kobe? Is it Cobby, the first one, or Kobe, the second one? Let me know if it's the first pronunciation or the second pronunciation. But appreciate you tuning in. I think that's awesome that you're learning bass. Bass is a fun instrument to play. And yeah, Stan plays it. Stan's, I'm not sure how long he's been playing bass now. Maybe a little over a year, something like that. But he's been doing a good job. He's been picking up on it. And so, yeah, maybe somehow y'all can, it might be tricky to link up. You have to do it online somehow, but maybe y'all can kind of share some tips with each other and things like that. But anyway, yep, a JBL speaker. Yep. I've got one of those myself that I use for kind of listening to music and things like that. Well, awesome. Good to have you guys in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and start things off playing a song for you. This is the first stream, so second, Kobe. Okay, gotcha. So I think I said, I hope Kobe was the second one I said. I hope I'm not getting that mixed up. But Kobe, Stan, glad to have you guys in the chat. Let me go ahead and play a song for you guys. But let me ask you, this is 2023. This is the new year. What are some goals that you guys have for the new year? I'm going to share some of my goals as the stream goes on. But that's the nice thing. You know, whenever there's a new year, it's just kind of a fresh start. And it's a great time to sort of look back and sort of learn from the past year. And set new goals and say, okay, well, here's what worked last year. Here's what didn't work. Let me readjust and let's move forward and try some new things. So we're going to talk about our goals. So if you guys don't mind, go ahead and share some of your goals. Logan, nice to have you. First stream of the year. That's right. Logan, nice having you. So there's all kinds of goals I can think of already. Again, if you're learning bass, that's a great goal just to learn bass and make some progress there. Logan is learning drums, and he's been doing a great job with that. And I'm pretty sure he's got some goals. I think pretty soon, this might be a secret to the rest of the youth, but I think Logan's going to get to play his drums a little more frequently. So that's kind of the hint. I'm not going to talk too much about that anymore. But anyway, let me go ahead and play a song. And yeah, if you guys have any goals for the year, go ahead and share them in the comment. I'd love to hear about it, and we'll kind of share our goals with each other. So. This one is an instrumental. This is my first stream of the year, so I'm probably going to be a little rusty and getting back into singing and stuff. But also, last week I had a procedure on my lower gums. I had a little bit of a gum recession in my lower gums, and so I got that tweaked. And so it's been kind of hard to talk lately, hard to eat lately. I've had to eat like kind of mostly liquid kind of foods and stuff. Starting to get better, starting to recover. And so I can sing, but I might not be able to sing like to my fullest. So we're going to have a few instrumentals for this stream, but I do intend to sing some. This first one's an instrumental. This one's called Ascension. I go. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Stan, how are those speakers sounding? Hopefully they're sounding okay. All right, let's see here. First stream of the year. Logan says, one of my goals is getting better at drums and drumming for youth group. And yeah, those are definitely good goals to have. And so far, I'd say you're making good progress on those goals. You're definitely getting better at them. And yeah, looking forward to what's in store for the youth group. Stanley says, this never gets old. I'm glad to hear that. glad to hear you enjoy it still. So, all right. Kobe says, my goal is to learn and play well in less than 6 months. So that's a good goal. Yeah, definitely. I'm curious. Let's see here. How are you learning bass? Are you learning just online yourself? Are you taking lessons with a teacher in person? Yeah, fill me in a little bit on that. I'd love to hear about that. And do you have who are some of your favorite artists? What are some songs that you'd like to learn how to play? I'd love to hear that. And I think you can do that. Bass is a great instrument to learn, and it's nice because it how do I say this? So there's some very foundational stuff that you can pick up on pretty quickly. So I think that's a legit goal you've got there. I think 6 months from now, I think you can be a pretty solid bassist. I mean, obviously, years and years of playing, there's a lot to grow, there's a lot to improve on, and so you can always get better. But I think with that kind of determination, I think you can make that progress pretty quickly. So definitely rooting for you and your goals. Stanley says, speakers are important. I have been missing out along with the rest of the house. LOL. So, yeah, well, hopefully the rest of the house wants to hear this, because if not, then, well, I guess they have you to deal with. So, cool. Well, sounds like some pretty good goals so far. If y'all have any other goals. For myself, I definitely have a few goals I'll share with you guys. So, first off, last year, I will say, I released more songs last year than I have in the past 3 years or something, maybe past 4 years, something like that. Pretty much on average, I could maybe release one song a year. And there's several reasons why that was the case. But let's just say lessons learned, I got some new systems in place, and I'm able to produce songs a lot quicker. And so this year, technically, I released 4 songs this year. Now, it was almost 5. Hey, Daniel, good to have you. Good evening, everyone. At work for the moment, have a little bit of time. Well, Daniel, I'm going to play a song for you in just a moment here, if you're not going to be able to stay for the whole thing. But Daniel, how have you been? We're talking about our New Year's goals right now. Do you have any particular goals for New Year's? I'd be curious to hear those. And I was just sharing my goal for this year. I was saying last year, I released more music last year than I have in for any release in the past 3 or 4 years. So last year I managed to do 4. And let's see here. It was almost 5. I released Hard Goodbyes in late 2021, so it didn't quite make it over into the new year. But yeah, I've released 4 songs. This year I have a goal to release 8 songs. So I'm telling you all that. Will I be able to do it? I don't know, but I'm hopeful. I've learned a lot of things. I think I can get it done. The things that have slowed me down, I'm a bit more aware of what those things are, and so I'm trying to avoid those things so that I can get music out quicker. So I have a goal to release 8 songs this year, and I've actually already picked which 8 songs I'm intending to release, so you'll just have to stay tuned. Some of these songs you've heard before, and some of them are completely new, so definitely excited about that. Daniel says, okay, cool. Kobe says he's learning bass on YouTube, and that's the cool thing about YouTube is that you can learn on your own. You can learn anything on bass, anything on bass, anything on YouTube, which is why I love YouTube. I have a playlist called Stuff for Later, and it's just things that I want to learn later, and it's a bunch of stuff on there like learning how to drift with a car, learning other languages, certain, I don't know. I have all kinds of like odds and ends skills on there that are just like things that aren't really like important for me to learn right now, but maybe someday I'd like to learn those. So that's cool. Well, I'll mention some bassists for you to check out. Now, I don't know if they do any lessons, but I have a few favorite bassists that you'll have to check out. Let's see here. Daniel says, I think I do have one. I think I'm going to learn and post a video once every month. That's awesome, man. Yeah, if you're talking like showcasing more your guitar playing or just doing a cover or something, I think that'd be awesome. One thing, I don't know for sure, but this might kind of help you with your goal a little bit. So how do I say this? So I'm going to be making a lot of shorts because my main focus is releasing songs. But the cool thing is the content I'm trying to make is going to be based off of the songs I'm releasing. So anytime I release a song, there's a bunch of videos I can make to promote that song. So one video I can make is, the main video that I make is the one-man band playthroughs. So I'm planning to do more of those this year, more one-man band playthroughs. Sometimes I'll post like, shorts are kind of helpful. So like little skate clips of me skateboarding, and I can just have my music in the background. But I'm also going to do like, on shorts and TikToks and things, duets are pretty popular. And so not only am I going to duet with other clips that people post, but I'm going to post some of my songs. So I was actually thinking, Daniel, I might post the rhythm section for some of my songs, and so that other people can write solos over it. So I think that'd be cool if you, and I was thinking Pablo also, because I know you guys are both guitarists, if y'all could write solos over. So if you wanted to do that, if you needed to make some content, I'll be posting those videos, and you can, what do you call it? You can write a solo over the rhythm section of that. So, and you're right. Yeah, I've had a lot of waking up shorts. Now, I don't know if I overdid that a little bit, because I know it's a lot of them. There's one more left, and then I promise that'll be the end of all the waking up shorts. But it's just interesting because shorts have been very interesting because they perform. The way they perform is almost random. Like you never know which one is going to kind of like gain traction, and they might perform differently on different platforms. Like sometimes I'll post one that does really good on YouTube but doesn't do that well on Instagram, and then sometimes I'll post one that does really good on TikTok but doesn't do very good on YouTube. So it's just kind of random, and I was just trying to break up, try to make a lot of them. Rather than expecting people to find one video, I was thinking that if I were to make multiple ones, there's more chance of people coming across the song. Now, I'm hoping to have a little more finesse with releases in the future so that I'm not just, coming out of the Christmas season, I kind of needed that stuff just to buy me some time. But hopefully I'll have more of a system and have kind of a nice balanced variety of content. So it's not just, oh, here's waking up again. Here's waking up again, I'll probably still do that, but hopefully next time I'd have some content to kind of space it out a little bit. So, but awesome. Anyway, hey guys, so Kobe is learning how to play bass. So, do y'all have any favorite bassists? You should list leave a comment. Who are some of your favorite bassists? Kobe, do you have any favorite bassists? Go ahead and leave a comment. I'll share some of mine in a little bit. But while you guys are posting your favorite bassists and posting your goals for the new year, let me play a song for Daniel. And I think this is a good song for the new year. So this isn't really what the song is about, but just based off the title, the nice thing about the new year is it's kind of a fresh start. It's kind of a chance to start again, to try again. And again, just learning from what happened last year, taking the good and the bad and reassessing and coming up with a game plan and having a good new year. So this isn't really a metal song, but this is a song that Daniel requested a while back when we first got to know each other over the internet. And I know this is a song he likes, so I like to pull it out from time to time to play it for him. And so I figured with the new year, this be a good time to pull it out. So this song is called Let's Start Again. And going to dive into it in just a moment here. All right, Daniel, this one goes out to you. Let's start again. Let's take it back just one more time and try to fix if I can make it right. I don't understand, why do we always have to fight? It's a cycle we go through, but you and I are too afraid to lose. It wouldn't be so hard if you would just tell me the truth. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. And do you think that you could love me too? So let's start again. Let's start again. Let's take it back just one more time and try to figure out the reason why you do the same. Or are you messing with my mind? I can never understand what's going on inside your head. You could run away or you could talk to me instead. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. And do you think that you could love me too? So let's start again. You said that this would never end. You told me I was your best friend. I watched us as we fell apart. You are the one who broke my heart. I wanna leave it all behind, but I can't get you off my mind. It's true, I'm still in love with you. And do you think that you could love me too? So let's start again. Let's start again. Thank you. Got a little tangled up on the words. I haven't sang that one in a while, but there you go. Let's start again. All right, let's see here. That'd be cool. Stan saying hello to Daniel. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. Likewise, Stanley. Happy New Year. Stanley says, I always surprise him with this one, I guess. So. All right, Daniel's got a list of... Oh, thank you, Daniel. Got a list of some favorite bassists here. David Ellefson. Yeah, sorry. Oh, thanks, Daniel. Appreciate that. Steve Harris. Yep. Geezer Butler. Rudy Sarzo. Ian Hill, Cliff Burton, to name a few. Cool. I might have to check out some of those. I'm sure some of them I'm probably familiar with, and I just don't know the name. Like I'm probably familiar with the band they play. But that's cool. Some of my favorite bassists, the first couple that come to mind, there's Evan Brewer. He used to play for the Faceless back in like 2012, around that era. And yeah, he's awesome. Like, he's got a few videos on YouTube, and just like, one of those like phenomenal bassists of like just crazy technique and stuff. And then another favorite of mine is Dan. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name. The bassist for Between the Buried and Me. Give me just Dan Briggs, I think that's who it is. I can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now. See if I can find him real quick. Buried in me. Pretty sure it's Dan Briggs, bassist. Yeah, Dan Briggs. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot that for a moment. So, cool. So those are definitely some good ones. So Kobe, if you're still out there, definitely have a look at some of those bassists. And I'll even type, I don't know if he's still out there, but Evan Brewer. Yeah, Evan Brewer's a favorite of mine. And then Dan Briggs. Those are both some pretty phenomenal bassists to watch. And there's probably some other ones that I'm just blanking on, but bass is definitely one of those instruments. Like I don't know, like someone who specializes at bass. Like I appreciate a good bassist. I don't know, they can make it sound good. They're fun to watch, so that's a cool one. Well, Daniel, I don't know how much longer you can stick around, but definitely want to catch up. How was your Christmas season, all that? Did you have a good Christmas and New Year's and all of that? I could say for myself, it was very nice. I definitely, I kind of try to take some time off, and it's still a busy time, but kind of busy in a different way. It's busy because, you're trying to make preparations for family, shopping for people and for kids and stuff like that. I have a lot of nephews and nieces, so had to do a little bit of Christmas shopping for them. And let's see here. And then also just kind of trying to get reorganized. Again, for me, it's a nice time of year to sort of reflect on what's happened in the past and the past year, and then trying to kind of make improvements and preparations for the next year to come. So that's kind of what that time has been for me. But definitely a good season. Just it's not like you do anything particularly eventful. It's just you just get with the family, and it's just nice to be with them. Fun to watch the kids open presents and stuff like that. And so it's so it was a good Christmas season for myself. I might let's see here. Stanley is saying, Daniel, that song always surprises me because it's not his norm and shows he can do what he wants and make it cool. Well, thanks, Stan. Appreciate that. Again, yeah, I like I like quite a few different styles of music, and that was probably the trickiest thing when I was first learning how to record music. And it was probably a good thing, actually. I just kind of recorded songs for fun. I mean, yes, I was hoping to have some kind of music career, but I just had no idea how to pursue one. And so I recorded, a lot of different, styles of music, not just metal. I had hard rock songs. I had kind of pop punk songs, kind of like that one, alternative rock sort of stuff. Had acoustic stuff, piano stuff. A lot of different genres, even like electronic and like cinematic. So I just did all kinds of different genres. And eventually I realized if I was going to have any chance at a career, I needed to focus on one. And so if I had to pick one genre, I just don't get sick of metal. Metal's like the one genre I can listen to all the time. And yeah, it's probably the hardest one to make a career in, but it's my favorite. So that was the one I chose. But I'm hoping sometime in the future, if I can get a good foothold in a career in this metal thing. There's actually another metal project I'd like to do, but I would like to do a some kind of pop punk project, and it would feature songs like Let's Start Again and kind of more of that style of music. And then what was it? And then some kind of acoustic project as well. That'd be something I'd like to do. So Daniel says, was great. Thanks for the letter as well. Hope yours was good. Yep. I had had a wonderful Christmas. Just great time with the family. And yes, absolutely. Glad you appreciated the letter. Definitely wanted, I really appreciate your support, and it's been, just over the past year, just getting to know you. Stan, I know personally, but Daniel, we met, over YouTube, and I've really enjoyed, you tuning into the streams and just getting to talk to you, get to know you, and it's a weird relationship, because we've never met in person. Hopefully someday that will happen. Hopefully we'll get, I'd love to be able to jam with you someday or something like that. But as of right now, it's just, just friends over the internet. And I've really appreciated your support, and so I knew like I took note of it. I was like, man, the moment I have like something I can send him, I want to do that. And so actually, that's what I'm playing with my picks. I'm trying to get comfortable with my picks, playing with them. And so I got these picks made, and this is like my first little bit of merch, and really this is intended to be given out for free, like after live shows and stuff. Just wanted to, have something that I can give out to people. But I can easily turn these into necklaces, and I figured since that takes a little bit of crafting, it's like that's something that I feel like I could actually sell to make some kind of income from live shows and stuff like that. But so I made a few necklaces, and I sent them to my closest supporters. So definitely, just wanted to send you something. But and yes, thank you. I am an uncle again for the 7th time. So my youngest sister, it's crazy. My baby sister is a mom now, so she's in her early 20s, and she's only been married for a couple of years or something. But yes, she just had her first child, a boy that they named Brantley, and he was born in late December. Can't remember the exact day. I think it was the 28th, somewhere around that time. It was after Christmas. I know that, before New Year's. He's a cute little thing. So. I don't know. I've already got a big family, like 3 brothers and 3 sisters, and some of them are married now and they're having kids, and so our family's just growing. But we're all very close. Like, it's something I'm very thankful for, because I know not everyone has that with their families. Not everyone is as close. But my siblings are some of my best friends, and I think they're great parents, and they're raising up some pretty great kids and stuff. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, so I had mentioned earlier, one of my goals for this year is releasing 8 songs. Trying to think. Let me see. Actually, I've got them written down, so I might as well just look at that. That's probably my core goal. I'm hoping this is kind of an interesting one. So I actually have a goal to make merchandise and sell merchandise. Now, it's not so much that I want to sell merchandise, but I need an audience before I can sell merchandise. So that's really what the goal is. The goal is to build a big enough audience that I can sell merchandise. You know what I mean? So it's not about making a certain amount of money, and it's not like just the activity of selling merchandise, but it's the fact that I have a big enough audience that it's like I can start doing that. It's like, oh, I've got an audience and I can start making merchandise for them. So that's kind of another goal of mine that I'm working towards. And then the last goal, I'm hoping to play more live shows this year. Last year I played 1 live show, so if I can play two this year, at least I beat that. That's progress, I guess. So we'll see what happens. But New Year is a good time for setting goals. Daniel, do you have any plans to travel this year? I know you went to Alaska. Are you planning to go to Alaska again? Is there somewhere else that you want to travel? If so, let me know. But anyway, if you guys have any other goals that you'd like to share, go ahead and let me know. If you have any particular plans for the year, again, if you have certain places that you're going to be traveling to, or I don't know, just any events that you're looking forward to, let me know what you guys got going on, and let me know if you have any exciting plans for 2023. I'm going to go ahead and play another song here, and and then we'll dive into some plans for 2023. Daniel, hope the rest of your shift at work goes well. Thanks for stopping by. Again, appreciate you, man. Take care. And I hope you have a great 2023. I'll see you at the next stream. Awesome. Looking forward to that new video, man. All right, this is another instrumental. It's always hard when a good friend like Daniel has to leave. So this one goes out to him. This song's called "Hard Goodbyes." Thank you. Alrighty then. Let's see. Yep, Stan says, I would be glad to show off any merch for you. Well, I appreciate that. Yep. Might be a little while, but hopefully sometime this year we'll have a little something. Hoping probably the next thing, I am hoping to get a T-shirt made at least. So not that I know if I'll be selling that anytime soon, but at least to have a design so that I can produce them when I have a large enough audience to do something like that. So cool. Well, guys, I do appreciate you all tuning in. I'm certainly looking forward to 2023. I don't know if you guys have anything particular that you're looking forward to. I'm trying to think. The year itself, I don't know if there's any anything like later on in the year that I'm looking forward to, like, oh yeah, this is going to be coming up. But I can say I am excited for the year. I feel. With my journey so far, this music journey, things feel a bit more refined. Again, I just feel like I learned a lot last year, and lately, this is kind of where my mindset's at because I've been going over my notes and just kind of reviewing things. And again, I feel like I have a better sense of like where to put my focus, and I'm just looking forward to putting that into practice. And that's the thing too, is I know, and keep this in mind, whatever your goals are for the new year, it might take some practice. It's not just going to happen right away. Like the first time you try something, like Kobe, if you're still out there, when you're first learning bass, it might be a little challenging sometimes. It might be a little tricky, but that's okay. That's just part of the process. And as you learn, you kind of figure things out, you work it out, and you smooth that out, and you get better, and you get better. And it's like that. You can be so motivated at the beginning of the year of sort of visualizing what it is you want, and then once you start going after that thing, you realize, oh, this is maybe a little challenging, maybe a little harder than I thought it was going to be, and you might kind of stumble a little bit. You might, it might not be perfect at first, and that's okay. That you got the rest of the year to sort of smooth it out, to figure it out, and so that's kind of what I'm sort of learning and sort of trying to apply is that I've got sort of a vision for things, but I just have to kind of tweak it and make adjustments along the way. Nothing's going to be perfect right off the bat. At some point, you got to do the thing. You can't always just be planning. At some point, you got to put it into action and kind of just be willing to tweak it as you go along. So, cool. Well, let me ask you guys, what y'all been up to lately? Have you seen any good movies? Y'all watching anything good lately? What you been listening to? Have you discovered any new music or any new artists? Or maybe just listening to some favorites, some old favorites? And lastly, what's the last one I always ask? Man, I forget. Again, I'm a little rusty. I haven't done these streams in a little while. So like I was just saying, I just got to get warmed up again. Got to gonna have to practice, and I'll get back my rhythm for these streams. Have you been listening to anything good lately? Have you watched anything? And are you playing any games right now? If you're any gamers out there, are you playing anything? Just to kind of update you guys, let's see. As far as listening, I'm hoping to do a little music shopping soon. I've got all kinds of playlists on YouTube, and I have a playlist for artists to check out. And so I'm not sure which songs I'm going to be purchasing, but I've been kind of narrowing things down and hoping to buy some new music soon. Trying to think what I've been listening to most recently. Been a little bit of a shuffle, so I can't really comment too much on what I've been listening on. It's just kind of been shuffle mostly. Stan says rice and sausage. If I can ask, what are you referring to with that? Is that what you're having for dinner, or is that an artist or something? Rice and sausage. Not sure. I know what you're referring to with that. Let's see here. As far as watching now, my watching and my playing kind of goes together. A while back, I mentioned that. Unfortunately, the voice actor for Batman has passed away. He had a short battle with cancer and died at a fairly young age. He was only like 66. And, he was just the voice of my childhood. I grew up watching the Batman animated series. And, I don't know. He is Batman. He's just got the perfect voice. He's a great Bruce Wayne and a great Batman. And so it was just such sad news. So over the past couple months or so, I've been kind of going back and just sort of appreciating his work. So I was watching through the Batman animated series, and now I'm currently watching some episodes of Justice League. I'm not watching all of Justice League, mainly just the episodes that are Batman focused. Because he was a voice actor in that as well. So I'm watching those, and I've been playing through the Arkham video games. I beat Arkham Asylum, and I just recently beat Arkham City, and so now I'm going to be playing Arkham Knight, which he does the voice for Batman in all three of those video games. So they're great games, and I'm enjoying them. So Stanley's having dinner. Sounds like he's having rice and sausage. That sounds good. After this stream, I'm going to be getting me a late dinner myself. So. One other update real quick. So I'd like to apologize for the canceled stream last week. It was just kind of a couple things that kind of came up. Ideally, that would have been the day to come in to stream, but there were a few things. One, I forgot that I had a dental appointment because for my lower gums. My lower gums, I had to have a procedure. I had a bit of a recession there, and so I had a procedure to where they take from the roof of your mouth and kind of attach it to take care of the recession there. And so I forgot to take in mind, like, oh yeah, not only do I have to have that procedure, but I have to recover from that procedure. So that's been a bit of a process. To be honest, the worst part, and it was more so the way they described it, looking back, it hasn't been that bad, but the worst part, they put this patch on the roof of my mouth, and I wasn't sure what the material was. I thought it was some kind of cloth with like an adhesive around it, but I think it's almost more of a putty or something. But they made it sound like if that came off too soon, that it was going to be very torturous. And so I was like scared to talk. I was, eating was really hard. I was trying to get food, like it was mostly liquids, like just really soft stuff that didn't require a lot of chewing. And I was trying to get it to the side and the back of my mouth so I could swallow it. And I was just, and even sleeping, it was a little tricky. I was scared I was going to like bump it the wrong way with my tongue, and it was going to come off. But a couple days later, it feels like it's sort of flattened against the roof of my mouth, and sort of gripped against my teeth a little bit. And so now it feels fine, and so I'm able to sing and stuff. And so besides that, it's been all okay. As for where they did the operation on my lower gums, that's recovering. Again, I feel okay singing right now. I don't feel like, I'm definitely kind of taking a break from the aggressive vocals, but eventually getting back. But it feels like it's recovering. It's definitely not back all the way yet, but it's getting there. So anyway, that was the first thing. So I was still planning to stream and do instrumentals, but then the space I use, I do these streams at my church. There was what was it? There was a wedding vow renewal service happening. So there was a couple in our church that has been married for 50 years, and they were gathering to renew their vows. And they were doing it at 7 o'clock, which is, technically it's after my stream, but, sometimes I stream past 7 o'clock. So it was just too close, and, I couldn't be in the hallway screaming while they're trying to have a service there. So it just seemed better to, just go ahead and cancel the event. So that's why the delay, and that's why we're streaming today. So cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and dive into another song for you guys. Whoop, let me try not to get tangled up here. And I'm curious, Stan, I think you're the only one out there right now, but I released 4 songs last year. Those songs were, see if I can remember, Get Up Again, Say That It's Over, Move On, and Waking Up. So I'm curious, hopefully you like all those songs, but do you have a favorite of those? Out of those 4 songs, Get Up Again, Say That It's Over, Move On, and Waking Up, which would you say is your favorite? I'm kind of curious what you would say about that. So, but with that said, let me go ahead and dive into another song here. All right, this is a song for the new year because the new year can be kind of tricky. You don't know what's going to happen in 2023. Sometimes that's sort of that's the exciting part, but that's the scary part is when the new year starts, there's so much opportunity and potential, but you don't know what's going to happen. So this is a song, to set sail into the new year. So this is called Into the Unknown. I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I could go about my day and ignore your whispers that I wish would go away. You're not a voice. You're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. And everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure, and I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me? Who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Whoa. Are you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? Where are you going? Don't leave me alone. How do I follow you into the unknown? Thank you. Alrighty then. Okay. Logan says he's still there. Stan says, wow, that's tough. Well, at least it's tough. At least it's not like easy. Like, oh, clearly this one, you know. But cool. Now, if I had to pick, to be honest, I mean, you know, obviously, you know, I wrote all the songs, and so, but Get Up Again and Say That It's Over are kind of are older songs, quite older, and Waking Up and Move On are newer songs. And so I will say I do think those two songs maybe better reflect where I am as an artist now, where the other ones are a little bit like kind of where I was as an artist and stuff. So to narrow it down, I'd probably pick one of those two. And to be honest, if I had to pick, I think I'd probably go with Move On. I think my favorite release of last year was Move On. It's just, you know, I feel like it's a nice heavy riff and nice and rocking. I think it's good and catchy, and really like the arrangement. It was quite, you know, it was an interesting experience being able to, you know, having to collaborate with someone. And that's kind of the cool thing, too. You know, that song, it emerged just because of a TikTok duet, you know? Like, I was just finding drummers on TikTok and just writing music to their drum beats. And I found this one from Megan Whiplash, and I wrote the riff. And I remember when I first wrote the riff, it was like, oh, it's kind of cool, but it needs more. Maybe I'll just sing to it. And so when I came up with the melody to sing, it was like, you know, it just clicked. Like, wow, yeah, I like that. And so after posting it, like, it was just stuck in my head, and I was like, I think I want to turn that into a full song. So for me, I think I'd have to go with that one. You know, I do like Waking Up. I definitely like. I mean, both songs are actually, you know, both of those songs actually, you know, translate very well into, you know, our topic of the new year. You know, Move On is about moving on. It's about, you know, sometimes we get so obsessed with, you know, we're looking kind of like right down in front of us that we haven't seen like how far we've come. You know, we get so discouraged with the current challenges that we're facing. But if we took a moment and just said, just to look back and see what we've been through, you might be surprised, like, wow, I have overcome a lot. I've come a long way, and you've made more progress than you think. And then you can kind of use that to fuel you and motivate you to keep going, to keep, pressing on. And, life is like that. Life is full of challenges, and there's going to be seasons. There's going to be seasons that are, kind of smooth sailing, and then there's going to be seasons where it's tough. And but you can rest assured knowing, hey, I've had seasons like this before. I've gotten through them before. I'll get through this one too. I'll get through it again. So I think "Move On" is just kind of a good, motivator, and it's certainly a nice anthem for 2023. And then "Waking Up" is kind of in a similar sense, where waking up is about how sometimes it's not so much the struggle of life, but the hypnosis of life. Just kind of falling into a routine where sometimes we can just kind of go through life sort of sleepwalking, and we're not really engaged in what's going on in our life. And so waking up is kind of about, rather than, fantasizing about doing things, it's about waking up and actually doing them. Wake up and start dreaming. Wake up and pursue those things. But which I think, again, it kind of goes nicely with 2023. Wake up and don't put it off. Let 2023 be the year. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're wanting to do, and you're just kind of, you've been putting it off, or you've only been fantasizing about it. Why not do it in 2023? Make this the year that you go after that thing. Stan says, I would have to, with our background, go with "Move On," and Logan says, I agree. And awesome, yeah. Glad you guys like that one too. And if I had to pick one, I think that would be the one. It would definitely be one of those two: "Waking Up" or "Move On." And it's kind of funny because what I can say is I'm very excited for the songs that I'll be releasing this year. And some of these songs, and it's kind of funny because I've had some of these songs for a while. And there's songs I like. Like, I like "For You." I like "A Place to Call Home." I appreciate those songs, but I wrote those songs quite a while back, and so I'm a bit more excited about the newer stuff. And so this year, what's nice is I'm hoping to finish releasing. Like I'll give you a little hint. So some of these songs you've heard already. So you might be familiar with my songs, "Brothers to the End" and "Waiting." That's a couple of them, and I think there's one more. But those are songs that you've heard me do before, and I will say that I have plans of releasing those songs this year. But I am wanting to do new songs as well, and that's what's exciting, is when I do release those songs, it's like, from that point on, it's like, wow, I am now on a fresh start. Like, no more old stuff. I don't have to go back and say, oh, here's an old song, I've got to produce this, I got to put this song out. It's like, no, I've got completely new songs, and to me that's exciting, because that's my favorite thing about songwriting. I've always said songwriting is almost more like discovering than actually writing. It's not so much that you're choosing what you want the song to be. It's more like you're just exploring and like, hey, that sounded cool, and what if I did this, and what if I tried that? And it's more of a discovery process, and so that, to me, that's what's so exciting about it. And so, if I'm just putting out a song that I've been playing for years, that's not really that exciting to me. But I need to do it because, the song is finished, and I do like these songs, so I want to put them out. But what excites me is the thought of, new terrain. Like, okay, I need a new song now. Let's see what I can write. Let's see what I can come up with. So definitely excited for that. Well, cool. Let's see here. I think I'm going to play a couple more songs, and then you guys are making dinner sound good, so I might be wrapping this up and grabbing dinner myself. But the weekend is coming up, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play an instrumental real quick, but let me ask you guys, which, I'm not sure if I've even asked you this before, but how do you like to spend your weekend? Do you have any particular plans? You know, is it busy with some kind of work, or are the weekends, is that a time where you get to kind of relax and enjoy a certain activity? How do you like to spend your weekends? I'll share what I like to do in a moment, but let me know, and I'm going to go ahead and play another instrumental for you guys. Stan, I might miss what you're referring to there. This is the one I said to myself, he's evolving. Yeah, I don't know if you're referring to a song or new song, something that I was talking about. I might have moved on to a new topic, and then when you commented that, I lost track of what you're referencing. But yeah, here's an instrumental. Hope you like it. Thank you. Nope. Yeah. That's one thing. I mean, what was I saying? Yeah, you know, I mean, these live streams have been kind of a new experience. I mean, I guess I can't remember when the first live stream was, but I guess I've been doing it for, over a year now, I think. Because I think I started late 2021, something like that. Can't really remember. I have to look back. But which is kind of crazy to think, but I do think I was live streaming all through 2022. And so, you know, just this has been a learning process, and this project, it works. I'm pointing to my screen like you guys can see, but on my screen, you know, I've got my my music, the software where I've got the backing tracks and stuff. And if I could tweak one thing, and it'd be a little too tedious to tweak it right now, but if I could tweak one thing, I would have spaced out the songs a little more, you know, so that when I finish one, it doesn't just go right into the next one and start playing it. Now, I have a separate project that I use for live shows, and that one I do have them a bit more spaced out, so that kind of helps. But okay, so I see. So kind of referring to move on and stuff, and as it being progress. But yeah, I can see that. Cool. Now I don't know if I'd asked you guys. Did y'all get any cool gifts over Christmas or anything like that, or yeah, any fun gifts or anything? One thing I might point out. on my guitar strap here. Over the break, I was becoming a Pokemon master and fighting in gyms and stuff. So, I can't even remember how I came up with this idea, but I don't know. I grew up with Pokemon. It was my childhood show, and in the original series, there were 8 badges in the region and 8 gym leaders, and if you get all 8 badges, then you get to go to the to battle the Elite Four. So that's what I got here. I've got 4 badges on this one, and then the other 4 on the back there, if you can see that. But let's see, and those are actually the first ones right there. Let me see if I can see them. All right. I don't know if I can remember all the names. I think it's the Boulder Badge, the Cascade, Thunder Badge, Rainbow Badge. Man, I'm drawing a blank on what the Heart one is called. Forgetting these 2. Ember Badge. I don't know. I gotta relearn the names, So, but I have to relearn all of them. But so that's kind of a fun little way to spice up my guitar strap a little bit, and thought it might be kind of a fun way to communicate to any other original Pokemon fans out there. Logan says, I got a mini basketball hoop to hang on my door. That's always fun, yep. So you can kind of just chill in the room and throw stuff. You don't even have to throw a little basketball through there, You just, whatever you got, if you're writing on a piece of paper and you crumple it up, you can throw it over there and, throw it through there. If you got folded clothes or something like that, stuffed animals, things like that. The way you start the song. Stan says he was wondering about the badges, and so I don't know if you knew what these were, but yeah, they're from Pokemon, so that's kind of what it is. I did make a little post on Instagram or something about that, but just some childhood fun. Cool. Let's see here. Well, guys, all right. I might do one more song, but I do think we're going to wrap up this stream in a bit. Yep, Stan says, knew it was something good. Yep, certainly. But yeah, I certainly appreciate you guys tuning in. Now, one little heads up I'll kind of give you. So I am, I'm trying to build off of some of the things I did last year. Still trying to figure some things out and get them in place. There's these streams have been going well, and there's one other site that's pretty good for streaming, and that's a site called Sessions Live, and that's a site that's actually designed for musicians to perform live, like live streams. And so I have some interest in streaming there. And so I'm going to try to figure out, what would be awesome is if there is some way that I can stream to YouTube and Sessions Live at the same time, which is possible. It is possible to stream to 2 different platforms at once, but I don't know if I'm going to have to purchase, some kind of third-party app to allow me to do that or what, and I'm not sure that I would make that purchase yet. I would have to be certain. But there is the possibility that, if I can't stream to both at the same time, or I don't have the, what I need to do that, then I may alternate weeks. So I may do a week where I stream here on YouTube, and then the next week I stream on Sessions Live. And so, first off, just know that if I'm streaming, just because I'm streaming on a different platform doesn't mean you can't join me there. In fact, it'd be great, if you came over on Sessions Live. But I'm hoping that might be a place to, I'm hoping that that's a bit more precise. Like YouTube, anyone can go live on YouTube, and it can be anything, But on Sessions Live, if people are going over there to watch streams, they are specifically looking for performance artists. They're looking for musicians, and so anyone going there looking for metal or alternative metal, metalcore, that kind of thing. They might come across my stuff. So I definitely want to give it a try, but I do not want to abandon YouTube because YouTube's been going so well. So that's a little heads up of just something I'm kind of working towards, and trying to think if there's one other thing. That's the main thing right now. There's a lot of other plans too. I felt like there's one other thing I was trying to build off of. Can't remember. Stan says your pick necklace was an awesome. I'm guessing an awesome gift. I'm glad you appreciate that. I certainly appreciate you, and yeah, just wanted to give you a little something to wanted to give you like first dibs on some of the first merch that I got. That's kind of the first. That first bit of merchandise that I've got right now, and again, hopefully I'll build a bigger audience and have other things to kind of build and collect. So, but anyway, guys, yeah, definitely excited for some things to come. I think with some of the future streams, going to be trying some reaction segments again. I thought this first one, it would just be a good one to hang out. But yeah, the next stream we might try getting back into a reaction segment. And again, I've been trying to get kind of reorganized myself, so it was a bit complicated trying to figure out what am I going to react to and all that stuff. So maybe next stream, we'll see. But let me go ahead. I'm going to play one last song for you guys. And this is a bit of a softer one, but it's a good one. 1 second, let me get tuned. I got to tune a little differently. And this is actually a song you've heard. I don't play this one too much, but I have played it before. And yeah, this is one that I'm hoping to release, that I do intend to release this year. So let me get some things set up. Hold on, that was weird. Oh, I got a little delay. There we go. All right. This is going to be my last song for the stream. And yeah, and then, but looking forward to 2023, looking forward to see what's in store. I hope you all will have a great 2023, and I'm certainly excited to see what's to come for myself. This song's called Love's Not Fair. Staring at my own reflection through shattered bits of glass, showing me the perfect picture of who I really am. But when you look at me, you never turn away, kneeling next to me and picking up the pieces. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. I am such a useless failure, fallen to the ground. Every effort that I muster is never good enough. But when you look at me, standing next to me and holding out your hand, why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. If I'd take just one moment away from myself-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken if I'd take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. So stop beating up myself. You took the punishment yourself, and it's just foolish pride to think that I could ever hurt myself enough to cover what I've done. I could cut myself dry and it still would never be enough. It makes no sense at all. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. But love isn't fair. In spite of all I am, you chose to die for me, and that isn't fair. But love's not fair. Thank you. All right. Well, I believe that's going to be it for the first stream of 2023. Let's see here. Thanks, Stan. Stan said I could do a whole set on tuning and rock, and I appreciate that. This song is beautiful. Thanks, Stan. I appreciate that, and yeah, definitely hoping to release that one. And when I release that one, I'm actually hoping to do acoustic guitars. That's the only reason I even do electric, is because I kind of have to. You know, it'd be way too complex to have an acoustic and then have to switch to an electric or something like that. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting that one released. But Stan, Logan, thanks for tuning in. Anyone else who tuned in, Kobe earlier, and Daniel stopping by. I definitely appreciate you all watching. And 2023, I'm excited for what's to come. I've got some goals, and it's scary, it's exciting, but it's all good. I'm definitely excited for what is to come. And I appreciate all you tuning in and watching, and excited for what's what I have planned to share with you all. And yeah, and I hope you all have a wonderful 2023. I hope you all have a good year and are able to achieve your goals and plans. For anyone watching now or on the replay, let me just say I appreciate you watching. If you'd like to support me, there's a link in the description that leads to a virtual tip jar, and I certainly appreciate anything that you can contribute. If you don't have the financial means to support me, my biggest goal right now is building an audience. So you can help me do that by, one, subscribing to my email list. There's another link in the description where you can sign up for my email list. This way I can notify you. I can let you know whenever I have a new song coming out, upcoming shows, merchandise, all that stuff. Just keep you updated on events and things like that. Also, just liking my videos, subscribing to the channel, sharing my content, inviting people to the streams. Just anything you can do to share and promote my stuff so that other people can come across it and help me build an audience. I'd be incredibly grateful for that. That's my biggest goal right now. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Until next time. See you at lessons, Logan.